Welcome to Puro Pinche Sports. Get your second down out of here. I'm your host, Jose Garza, and tonight we are here to talk some football, but not any regular NFL football. That's just boring. We've been talking about that for the last 22 weeks. We're talking about, that's me actually. That's my echo. We are here to talk about some XFL with Trigger Trey Parker, with James, Humble James, and with on location Alex De La Cruz. Oh, I don't think he's actually on location. It's just internet. It's just, you know what it is, guys. Trey, I'm gonna let you handle this one, man. You wanted some XFL. You got some XFL. So why don't you take over this one for me, man?
Yeah, man. So for those of you who didn't get to watch any XFL, it's pretty interesting, man. So it's obviously a shorter season than a normal NFL season. You know, not as many teams. There's only 8 teams. The coolest thing that I got from it, one, it's a developmental league from the NFL. So a lot of people are like, "Oh, is the XFL going to stick around this time?" Yes, because it's actually, like in baseball terms, it's like triple and double A. It's to build them up for the NFL.
So it's the G League of the NBA.
Pretty much, yeah, exactly. And it's really cool concept because it's like, okay, cool. Let's take these guys. Maybe they're not ready. Maybe they are. They just are right on that cusp. Let them play this time, get some workout in, get some money, cool, whatever. And then they can jump into training camps or straight to you know how it is, whatever it may be. So it's really cool concept. 2, I was reading into it. These guys actually are on location in one main site. So the guys that play for San Antonio don't live in San Antonio fully. They actually all stay on this campground, apparently. That's a huge facility. I don't remember where it said. And then they send them out to like San Antonio. So it's kind of a cool concept because now that one, they're saving on money in the sense of the city itself because they're not having to, pay for certain things or whatever it may be. But man, it's really, really neat. Like if y'all have some time to look into it, do it. But
I think our training facility for where our guys were practicing at was actually in Arlington.
See, yeah, exactly. So
Arlington.
yeah, so that's really cool because they're local guys, but they're not staying local all the time, which is kind of neat. I don't know if you wanted me to jump right into the rules or you want to hit on somebody else, like somebody else.
Real quick before we go into the rules, because I know you're a big fan of the rules and how we can compare that to the NFL. Because as football fans, we've been struggling with the inconsistencies of the football rules. Just the fact, like, do you miss a call? Do you make the right call? Yada yada yada. People were talking about the Super Bowl call at the end of the game, shit like that, or the fucking missed call for whatever reason, pass interference in the 2018 NFC Championship game between the Saints and the Rams. So before we go into all that bullshit, let's talk about the teams real quick. Arlington Renegades, they go out and beat the Las Vegas Vipers, who got the former Falcons, Vic Beasley, the former Steeler, Batavius Bryant, the former Packer, Geronimo Allen, beat them by 2 points. The Orlando Guardians only put up 12 against the undefeated, still from the XFL 2.0, against the Houston Roughnecks, 33-12.
Damn.
Coached by Wade Phillips.
Yep, Wade Phillips, big key factor there. Now, Hines Ward, who coaches our San Antonio Brahmas, unfortunately took an L week 1, losing 15-18 on a freaking.
That was a crazy L though, so we'll get into that
on a fourth quarter comeback. Impressive as hell with the former AJ McCarron from the Bengals.
That blew my mind.
And then Ben DiNucci and Josh Gordon from the NFL failed to defeat the DC Defenders 22-18 with their.
Wasn't that our quarterback?
Ben DiNucci from Dallas.
Yeah, that was your guy. Yeah.
And Seattle's ranked like the number 1 offense in this league, and dude, they played a tough Greg Williams, DC coach over there in DC. Because remember, Greg Williams used to be the DC for the Saints when they had that.
The bounty.
Yeah, bounty.
Yeah,
that's why when you said that name, I was like, "Is that correct?" Like,
yes.
I'm surprised. Like, some of these.
So this league has some big names that.
That's what I'm saying. It has potential, bro.
And,
One of my Good.
And I like how Trey said, we're going back to it where he said that all these guys stay in one facility. It helps the teams like not spend as much as money as if they
Exactly.
were in their own facility in their own city, spending all this money for them.
Yep.
Well, they have all this, like they have like their lunch, they have their breakfast, they pay for their 3 meals, and then they pay for their housing, and it's a big facility. So, when day of the game days or whatever, they all travel to where they're gonna go play, and then they go back to go train, which is they're basically the training facility. And right now it's pretty good too because baseball season hasn't started yet. So I'm pretty sure that you're using all the training facilities there in Arlington.
Yep.
So it's pretty cool.
One of my favorite stats from this weekend though was Paxton Lynch, an ex-Bronco, and several other teams.
Paxton Lynch got benched in the fucking game.
Now he's been benched in the NFL, the XFL, the USFL, and the CFL. So yeah, it's pretty fun stat.
Paxton, it's time to pack it up, papas.
Yeah, pretty bad. Pack it up, Paxton. That's great. But yeah, it was cool, man.
For those who don't know, PJ Walker from the Panthers, he was the undefeated quarterback for the Houston Roughnecks during the 2.0 time.
He was cool too.
They were really good. The Roughnecks were the toughest team then, and man, what you got Wade Phillips now? Good luck. I mean, put the hurting on you. But I was excited with the rules. Obviously, we're gonna go to some San Antonio games if God willing, right? We'll be able to. I know Trey's already got some tickets for I think week 4 or 5 or the home game 4 or 5. Yeah, like around April. That'll be fun whenever we're all going to be able to have the chance to go. I know I want to get right there, by the 50-yard line. I want to be able to watch that game close.
What's crazy, which I like about too, which eventually it may change, right? Like maybe eventually they will stay in the city and so on and so forth and have that actual facility locally. But what's cool now is because it's still small and developing again, a lot of these tickets are pretty cheap. Like
starting at $24.
Yeah, it's like $24. And I was like, dude, it's really not that bad of a view. You're kind of angled, but you're sitting low. Like,
I think the priciest ticket, for at least for San Antonio, because we can't say for the other cities, right?
Yeah, of course.
For San Antonio, I think the highest I saw was like 86.
Yeah, the highest I saw was 120, but it was 50-yard line and really low.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, but I was like, $120. It's really not that bad. Like
that must have been how much our boy Tony spent because he was on like the freaking row 7.
So I'm excited, man. I'm really curious to see how it's gonna go.
How are y'all feeling with the fact that The Rock and his ex-wife, Danny Garcia, who are the co-owners of the XFL, one, they did give San Antonio football team, which is something we all been wanting because, Jerry Jones cock-blocked us for the NFL. The USFL, they don't know where they're going to have their locations most of the time. And now the XFL, we are the Brahma, so we are representing technically The Rock's, wrestling nickname, the Brahma Bull.
Yeah.
And now we get to host, or even if our team's not the champions, we get to host the championship game year 1. So
they
regardless,
called it on week 1 too. I love that. I love that.
How big do y'all think this is? Because we again, just like we did with the AAF when we had the San Antonio Commanders, we again beat everyone in attendance numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So how are y'all feeling about that? How are y'all feeling about San Antonio finally having a football team, even if it's like the developmental?
You're excited.
Yeah, personally, I am, bro. Actually, one, it's football, right? Like, who doesn't love football? But 2, it's something new. I personally love it because they said in an interview that they chose San Antonio quick, bro. They chose San Antonio real quick. It was like before our game, even on Sunday, sorry. They said that they chose us because 1, attendance, and 2, the fans. They said they could see the fan growth in our area and how much we love sports and our Spurs dedication and all that. They're excited for us. So I'm personally excited, man. It's awesome. Like, I'm real excited.
Even the NFL. Oh, go ahead, James. I'll let you go.
My bad. No, I just think like Trey said, like, I mean, we have such a it's been such a cry for the Raiders for we kept hearing it off and on, teeter on, off and on. I mean, I've always said if San Antonio gets a team, I'm not gonna stop liking the Cowboys, but I will take interest to a home team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just to think like, you know, you got, I mean, we just breed football, man. So to give us something like this and like it be an expansion into the NFL, to know you can see like somewhere down the line, like you can see a guy come from out of here and then make it for an NFL team.
That right there, bro.
It just bursts the fandom in what could possibly happen. Now, when I first heard it, I'm be honest, I was just like, I was skeptical, you know. But then to hear like we have Hines Ward, and then you know you got the backing of The Rock, so you know we're a huge wrestling city. Like this city puts on for wrestling, so you know that we're gonna take a liking to something like this. And then just the fact that we love sports so much here, especially football, is like Texas. Like you can't say football without talking about some of the great people that came out of this state, such as, you know, like it's just a long lineage of people, but it's just like what it does for the city. Like, I mean, just to think we could also play into a title in our own city, like that would be cool to see stuff like that. And it's affordable, man. So you got a lot of kids that can actually go out and watch this.
Exactly.
It's not like you're not traveling to Houston to see the Texans or pricey ass Cowboys, and it's a 50-50 game. And so I think it's cool, man. I love what it does for the youth and for the growth of the city and just what it can be. So pretty cool.
I mean, just to think, one day maybe the XFL will get away from being just a developmental league, right? Right now, obviously, it is 8 teams, but like one day, maybe we could have true spring football. We could have those like 17-week, 16-week football seasons, and it'll be a legit, not competition for the NFL because it'll be during different times, but an alternative, a real one that will give us an opportunity. Because I like what they did. The XFL went to 5 southern cities. Now, obviously, Arlington already has, you know, technically the Dallas Cowboys. Houston have the Houston Texans, but they gave us San Antonio. They gave St. Louis a shot.
That's cool, man.
Orlando's got one. You know, they don't have anything over there except for Jacksonville, Tampa, and Miami. Orlando's got a focal point.
That's crazy that you say that too, because a lot of people were saying that that some of the teams, some of the cities that deserve a team. James said earlier was the Oakland Raiders coming to San Antonio. A lot of people were saying that, and then St. Louis. A lot of people were saying that St. Louis deserves a football team.
Well, they lost them, man. Like it sucks.
Yeah,
that was on the owner.
That's pretty cool though. Like how they're doing it. I hope one day Chicago gets one, so I can root for Chicago because you know my city. But for now, I'm rooting for San Antonio.
Well, and I love that James pointed out too. I love the fact because right now there's the kid from that cornerback from UTSA that's playing in the pros now. I don't remember his name off the top of my head. Yeah, so he came from UTSA. You know what I mean? Like, so then it could be somebody from UTSA to the developmental league in San Antonio. To you know what I mean? Like it's cool. You can watch these people.
But my thing is like I don't want to cut off Jose, but like if it does grow, like whether it tries to or not tries, it's gonna have to compete with the NFL. Like,
see, I don't think so. I don't think it does.
But I mean, it's going to, because like you can't help but think if it's a developmental process, like if it's just gonna grow. Like I get you saying. It's gonna grow. It's not gonna ever be able to top what the NFL does because you got the best of the best on that level. But like in a sense, like it's gonna get better, bro. Like a lot of these guys are gonna be like, you know what, man, I might not be ready. I'm gonna take my shot over here because I know I can shine over here, and then go that way. Like I look at like a Brock Purdy, like Trey Lance is on the cuffs. Zach Wilson might be on his way out the league. Like, you know, some of these guys are not gonna make it. Like some of these guys won't
Baker Mayfield.
For real, like some of these
Sam Darnold, baby.
Sam gotta stay, man. Sam was
no,
good,
he's
bro.
not. He ain't staying. Staying. You know, Carolina getting a new QB. Get out of here.
Hey,
anyone who has sniffed the Jets cocaine is gonna be over in the XFL, CFL, USFL.
You're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong.
Hey, Blake Bortles might show up, man. Yeah.
He might.
You know what? And when the Jets acquire either Aaron Rodgers or Derek Carr, they will take their talents to the XFL as well.
Bro, did you hear what they told him? They told
you will be a guaranteed Hall of Famer if you play for New York. Who in New
Bro,
York
I
has
read
ever?
that shit. It was like,
No.
I didn't see that. That's funny.
what? Like they told him that in the interview. They said he had
You're
a good
guaranteed
interview
if you
with them.
come to us.
They said we guarantee if you go here and you win the ship, you'll solidify your spot in the Hall of Fame. Which is true. If he does win,
But he
God
can
bless
win
him.
anywhere and solidify.
He's not.
What?
He's
Them
not.
motherfuckers-
Yeah,
They do got a good young core though. They do got a good young core.
They do.
We're not talking about that right now, but I'm just saying they do got.
It's the New York course. Anyways,
Four picks,
Trey.
four solid picks.
Trey, take over the rules. Go with the rules that you've been wanting to talk about.
Okay. So there's a lot of different rules compared to both. So I highlighted a couple that I really, really like myself. One of the biggest ones is, like we said, it's a developmental league, right?
Mm-hmm.
From college to pros. So I really, really, and some people might not like it, but I really, really love that they kept the 1 foot, not 2 foot rule like the NFL has. I actually like that because not everybody is skilled. Now, again, that's a personal preference. I like that concept. Okay?
Now explain the rules so people understand what
So
you mean.
in the NFL, you have to have 2 feet inbounds to be able to complete the catch. In the XFL and college, you only have to have 1 foot down. So there was one controversial call because a lot of fans, I guess, didn't know that the dude drug his right foot. It was a completed catch. People were curious why. That's why, because it's only 1 foot down.
Yeah.
So I actually personally like that. If you want to rebuttal it. I don't mind.
At the end of the day, it's a fucking
No,
cat.
but my thing is, it's like I've always thought this, right? If like this was my biggest gripe when they went from 1 foot to 2 in the NFL was like, if you're gonna change it on a pro level, it might as well change on the college
Agreed.
level. You're
Agreed.
going to have to be able to make that play on the next level.
I
So
agree.
if they're gonna do that over here, to me it's the same thing. It's like if you get called up, like
especially if you're the NFL's developmental, yeah.
Yeah, if you're developmental, if you get called up, like what does it make a sense that you can do this over here and then you can't do it over here?
But I think that for me, it shows, okay, look, you can do it now, and we know you have the talent. You better be able to step it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my mind.
Which is true. I think the quick thing, I also thought I saw Dave Landino, so I thought that was pretty cool too, that he's over the officiating and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty tied in together. I thought that
Alex, you got anything on that?
Oh, sorry, guys. I'm eating ice cream.
Watching.
Hey, I'm gonna start turning my camera off too and eat.
I'm gonna eat some tacos while we're doing this.
But as you were saying, the one we're just going off that this one rule, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about the rules and we can kind of rebuttal back and forth for a second.
No, but I mean, I like the rule. I mean, just remember this is like how you said, this is the medical. This is a league where like a D league basically, and in college, everything's different from the NFL. All the rules, basically, mostly all the rules. So I do like that they kept the 1 foot in, like how you said. A lot of wide receivers and a lot of tight ends, they separate themselves from being in the NFL because they can make those spectacular catches, having 2 feet or dragging, and this league I think will help them out a lot. Honestly, with this rule, they could still have leeway. I mean, Josh Gordon is in this league. A guy's been in the NFL. He knows the rules, so I'm pretty sure he's still gonna try to do the two. So I mean, this rule is still, I like the rule. It's not bad because you still have a lot of young players in this league, so they're coming out of college.
Yeah.
Yo, real quick, let me ask y'all are more college aficionados than me with this with the 1 foot rule and todo. Do y'all think the 1 foot rule also gives you a less chance of getting injured?
Yes. I personally do, because if you think about it, sometimes they try and get that leg down and they strain something.
Absolutely, dude. Because whenever you're jumping as high as you can, bro. Try to toe tap it. You could strain leg. You could, dude. That's like they can have a big injury. So I do like that they're doing this. To me, I think the NFL is trying to maybe go back to the 1 foot. They're trying to probably maybe playing with it. I don't know.
Okay.
I side against it. I don't really think it does. A lot of these guys are freaks, man.
Agreed.
A lot of them, and then you gotta think a lot of it's not too many heavy. It's not like the '90s and the early 2000s. You don't have too many bulky receivers. I think you probably have DK, AJ Brown.
I still can't believe they did that DK.
I don't think there's much of a I don't think there's much big body receivers like that outside of those two guys. Like, I mean, unless y'all can think of somebody else. I mean, I'm just scanning through my brain right now. I don't think.
There's Mike Evans. And
I mean, how much you think?
Probably, you got Mike Evans. Okay, you got Mike Evans.
How much you think he shortened Julio's career? Because not like Julio was there too forever. I mean,
no, I don't really think it shortened Julio's career. I think Atlanta shortened Julio's career. Because I mean,
Super Bowl 51 shortened his career.
You're losing, and you're like when you're losing, and you're still that 10 catch, 100 to 150 yard receiving type of guy, and everybody's keying in on you. And Julio wasn't afraid to run slants, man. Like he was putting his body out there on the line the whole time. Like, so I don't think like I don't think it shortened his career. I think he still had a Hall of Fame career. I think even Antonio Brown, man, like that was just a period of just like greatness, man. That we can talk about that on another part, but like
Trey, go on to a next rule, man.
All right, so next one is pretty cool. The extra points. So they're doing a tiered one again. So the 2-yard line is 1 point, the 5-yard line is 2 points, and the 10-yard line is 3 points. So obviously in the NFL, you have your extra point, or you can go for it too. The extra point being 1 point. So I think it's cool the concept of the tiered ones. And I was reading into it. I guess they only get three run pass plays as options. I didn't know that. That was kind of crazy.
Say that again.
Teams will have 3 run pass only options for extra points following a touchdown.
Oh, so they only get 3.
There's only it's kind of like blitz, I guess, low key, where you get like a set list. So that's kind of cool, I guess. You know, it makes it a little tougher for both sides. So, that one was pretty cool to me. Just like Jose, I mean, I guess we're going to talk about it later. Like that one game for the San Antonio Brahmas, we were up, and then all of a sudden a touchdown. Well, they went for 2 on that one, right?
They went for 3.
Oh, they went for 3. That's right. So touchdown 3. They're
only down by 3 at that point.
And then they come back. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. So that's another rule I'm about to get into in just a second as well.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts on that one, real quick?
No. I like that it eliminates the kickers because we've seen too many kickers fuck it up. I mean, even this weekend with the XFL, there was kickers missing. I think our own Brahmas guy shanked to the right. I'm like, come on, man. Yeah, you were playing less than NFL field goal kickers, and you make this one mistake.
There's maybe one thing I don't like is because you don't give a kicker that didn't make a team in the NFL, not giving him a chance to show what he could do. Because, like you said, this is like a D league. So
we know what the motherfuckers do. Give
me a soccer player. Give me a football player.
Okay, so to rebuttal that though, a lot of NFL teams are starting to think about going away from kickers too. If you look at it, a lot of them are starting to go for 2 because these kickers are
analytics.
I'm just saying.
But you know what I think too, man? I really think like. I think of all positions, bro, you could do so much homework on. Some of these guys you can't do homework on kickers, bro. Like I mean,
true. Like, okay,
did you play at a big you know what I'm saying, Power 5 school? Have you been in adversity situations? Yeah. Have you been in clutch situations?
Bro, people think it's impressive to kick a 70 field goal kick with no fucking opposition in front of you. That's a TikTok video. That's not impressive.
And it's funny too because during the game, they're like, "Oh, he was kicking 75 during practice." It's and he missed a 45-yard.
Before the Cowboys in the game, they were talking about Brett Maher. Oh, he's good from 55. He hit a 58. Yeah, did the motherfucker miss 4 extra points and went like, dude. My thing truly though is I wish more teams just like they went for it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, dude, you can't tell me you got Derrick Henry and then your kicker missed 3 field goals and you're not finna power him on the 2-yard line or 1-yard line. Like, bro, what? the Browns. I got Nick Chubb. Like, I'm power O. I'm finna push my guys. Dude, the Eagles showed it all year, bro. All fucking year. Like, now they want to take. Now everybody's trying to take it out. It's illegal. It's illegal. How is it illegal? Because my team can push harder than yours? No, bro. What the fuck? Like, I don't get no. No. But I'm all for it, man. I like it. I like that. I like
the concept. It's cool.
I like the concept.
I mean, it helps. It helps the like games get more like down to the wire.
Super intense, bro.
So I like it, man. This week 1 was awesome. I
That's
like
what I'm saying, bro. That's why I'm so hyped about this shit. It was so exciting.
I'm gonna go back to it, but the fact alone that the Battlehawks were down 12, 1 touchdown, 3-point conversion, and it's already a 3-point game. That's fucking nuts, dude.
Insane.
As much as I hate that we were on the receiving end of it, I loved it because that just means it's never over.
Well, so I'm gonna get into the final, or not the final rule, the second part of that rule.
Go ahead.
So my another one that I really, really like, which is kind of cool, is teams will have 2 options to keep the ball after scoring. The traditional onside kick, which is anytime you want, or if you're losing in the fourth quarter, a 4th and 15 from their own 25-yard line.
That's the rule.
So on the Battlehawks, they scored, got 3, so now they're down 3, and then they go for a 4th and 15, convert, drive down the field, score again, game over, done.
Wait,
idiots! You fucking idiots, Brahmas! How did you leave that man open?
So you telling me they were down 12?
Yes.
They scored.
Our Brahmas choked.
I saw that part where they scored, and then I saw where they went for it.
Yep.
Got 3 after that.
Yep.
So you telling me if you convert a 4th and 15,
if you're losing,
you're losing,
and in the fourth quarter, yes.
So that can only happen in the 4th.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because I was about to say,
no.
Not anytime.
Well, so actually, when I first saw the rule, I thought it was anytime, and I was like, okay, I like it, but that's kind of intense, bro. People would go back before.
No, bro, cheesy, bro. Like you think about it, you be like, no, hey, we score right here, dog.
For real. Like they might as well cut half the field off. Like this.
But my thing is, it shouldn't be that way. Like if you go for it and you get it, it should be like, I don't know, you gotta think of something else.
First of all, I'm looking.
I like it. Like
that's crazy.
Can you imagine Mike Tomlin at home, real quick?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. You just think of the defensive mind though, because if you just let up a drive and then you let up a 3-point conversion. Now you stop them on 4th and 15.
I don't like Mike McCarthy, but I know this motherfucker he be using the shit out of that rule because Mike McCarthy for a 4th down crazy.
I love that rule. That is so cool to me.
I was mad because they were playing quarters coverage, soft as hell.
That's what
I was saying too. How do you get beat on the out route when it's 4th and 15?
Yeah,
a double out route, bro. A double out route. There was one underneath and one over. Come on, bro.
For 3.5 quarters, y'all played amazing defense. Y'all shut them out, and then you turned into the Atlanta Falcons. What the hell just happened?
Yep.
I'm sad that it's us. But Mike Tomlin, the defensive genius he is at home, is watching his man Hines Ward. He's like, "What? You fucking nut it up. You representing the black and yellow and you doing this?
Yeah,
no. You a wide receiver? You know better."
Bro, that's what I said too. I'm like, man, like it's 4th and 15. Like you gotta guard the 4th down line. Like you gotta guard the first line. Like I don't care how you beat me, just long as you don't get to this line. Like that's what I'm looking at. And I'm like, bro.
All right, I want to hear the next one because there's a few I want to discuss. I don't know if he has on his list.
I'm saving my favorite 2 for last. That's why I'm kind of pinballing around. Another one that I thought was cool, but it's not really necessary, is a double forward pass.
Yeah.
So if the team completes a forward pass behind the line of scrimmage, they may throw a second one forward pass, but it has to be behind the line of scrimmage. I just thought that was cool.
No, I feel like
it's so unnecessary.
That's what I'm saying. It's low key.
It's unnecessary as hell.
It has to be behind the line. If it's past line of scrimmage, no more forward passes are permitted. I just thought that one was kind of.
Can you imagine the pressure? Can you imagine the pressure and you fucking have to go run it out? You probably go back about 20 yards and then you throw a forward pass and then you get a chance to throw another forward pass.
Bro, what? The whole defense just sucks in. Yep. And then, I'm pretty sure it's
but you know what? Ben DiNucci is a threat that we're fine.
No, somebody. I bet it's somebody with Tyreek Hill like speed in this league. I know.
Oh
that.
yeah, 100%.
That motherfucking play is gonna come, and this is gonna be like all across sports.
And then you're gonna be like, "Holy shit, that was a cool play."
I hope they play for us.
Yeah.
Shit, that's what
So that one was pretty basic. Overtime is kind of cool, and I think Jose kind of mentioned it a little bit. It consists of alternating attempts from the opponent's 5-yard line, 3 attempts per team, 2 points per score until a winner is decided. So I like that because it's not a full freaking quarter where it's kind of boring-ish and so on.
So basically, each
for the confused, it's soccer penalty kicks essentially.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so you just basically line up 3 times and then you try to get 6 points.
Essentially, yeah.
But if you're tied, you keep going back and forth until one
person misses and one person makes it. Yep. Which I think is pretty simple and cool.
So they don't believe in ties.
I think it's more fast paced, which is cool.
Bro, some of this shit just can't be in the NFL. I'm just telling you right now.
I agree.
You can't give Pat Mahomes no fucking 3 times to score 6 points.
100%. Some of these are kind of ridiculous.
No. If it was the shootout though, Marco would be mad. Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes in a shootout
from 5 yards.
Pissed. Yeah.
Joe Shiesty though, like you gonna put Burrow and Chase on
you give Lamar Jackson 2 yards to run.
He might lose 15 yards before he gain those 2 yards.
That's Kyler Murray, bro. You're confusing with Kyler Murray.
So another big one that I really like, which it's not my favorite one. I'll get my favorite one here in a second. The instant replay. The instant replay in the XFL is fucking awesome.
Thank you.
It is amazing. And James, you said you really didn't see it much.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to read bulletin points just to kind of explain it. For those at home, NFL obviously doesn't really have replays until it comes to challenges or in the 2 minutes of the second and fourth quarter. Cool. Okay, whatever. For this one, for the XFL, it's centralized replay with all plays subject to review for official replay. So it could, like Jose said with the KC game, they can be like, oh, they threw that flag. No, you know what? It wasn't holding. Pull that flag. Done. It's called right then and there. So it's all centralized. Replay may correct errors on non-reviewable plays, player safety at any point during the game, and any issue in the last 5 minutes of regulation plus overtime. So that's really cool concept. Head coach may challenge same concept, 1 on-field per game, including those involving a foul or potential foul.
That's the one I really like. I like that one.
Final ruling made by and see, like that goes back to the New Orleans one. Remember when What's His Face didn't get called for that shit? Like, call that challenge flag and called it. And then final ruling made by design members of officiating department in central location. So James, you said you didn't see it. On one of the plays, they were trying to figure out if it was a catch and where they were at and so on. And it went to the freaking booth, and they have like screens everywhere, dude. And it's 3 guys sitting there. I don't know if all of them are like that, but it's 3 guys sitting there. One guy's controlling the monitors and so on, and then one guy's looking. Okay, he's like, okay, we see this, we see this, we see this. And the other guys, you confirm? Yeah, cool. Okay.
And it's live communication to the on-field ref.
Sick, bro. It was sick. I'm telling you.
Quick. It was quick, too. It didn't even take a whole commercial break.
Yeah.
Like we don't Burger King, no shit like that.
Yeah.
They go on it quick.
It literally, like, look, let's put it like this. I'm the official. I put up to y'all 3. Hey, what did y'all see? Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This is what y'all saw. All right, this is what the call is. And then they announce it. That's it.
They all communicated everything good. They all relayed everything.
Okay, so I like that. This is my only challenge for it. Like, okay.
No, I'll smack you right now. I swear to God, you better not be challenging no shit about this. I swear to God. Especially with all the shit that we had to deal with these last few years. Hell no. There is no challenging this. I'm challenging you. Black History Month, how dare you be doing this? You sick fuck. No, James. You stop that. You stop that right now. Hell no.
Let me talk.
Go ahead.
No, look,
challenge.
I'm not challenging at all. I'm just saying what can't be done in the NFL. Because this is the thing, right?
Yes, it can.
You can call holding on every play in the NFL. Can you not?
Agreed.
Like every play, bro. Every wide receiver cornerback battle, dog. They tell you all the time. I'm tugging and pulling every time. That's how the elite corners get away with that shit. They just run close and they got him by the shirt right there. I'm saying,
James,
like,
but they're not centralizing video every call. Like they're
No,
not.
no,
They
I'm
didn't do that.
I don't have it on-
Obviously, every XFL is gonna be the same thing. Like everyone's gonna
Yeah.
hold a little bit too. They didn't do that. That's only on challenges. The
Yeah.
coaches only get one challenge. One. They don't get two.
yeah,
And they get the one successful. They don't get another one.
yeah,
That's it. It's just it's mainly to make the game go faster on
Yeah.
catches, on incomplete passes, and that's it. The penalty part is not really that much of a factor. But if a coach sees it and they, like for example, we all saw the hold right at the end of the game, right? That's how the James Bradbury. I sent you out the video. Did anyone notice the face to the mask from the Chiefs lineman to the defenders? Like imagine that would have fucking canceled each other out, and there would have been.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I saw that, and then I mean, like everybody was kind of just talking about the play. It was like if you call that, you got to call this over here, and that's why I said like not only in the Chiefs Bengals game was that such a shitty ass call, but even to call that in the Super Bowl on the biggest stage, bro, like the game is too good to end that way. Like, I'm sorry. I don't care if they're going to draw. I mean, because my thing is just like, you think about it, like, Pat Mahomes did what Jalen Hurts took over the first half. Pat Mahomes took over the second half. Like, let's see what Jalen Hurts is going to do. Like, let history write itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't end it on such a, like, that was such an ass way to end the Super Bowl, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, the final game of the season, you want to call some bullshit. Like, I mean, granted,
and if they had the XFL rule, then it would have been canceled. You see? Exactly. Yeah. Don't challenge me on Black History Month, Michael. I don't care if you're darker than me. I got you.
Now, this is why the XFL rules won't work in the NFL. It's because the NFL has a script, and they need to go by it. XFL got no script.
I don't believe in that shit, bro. I'm sorry. I just can't, bro. I don't want to ruin my life believing in that shit, bro. Because if it's true, I'll be sick.
Bro, so all those tweets and stuff like that, it said Aaron Hernandez looking at his script.
Bro, I was dead, bro. That was so bad, bro. I was like, no.
And then Deshaun Watson was
low-key, bro.
Wait, do you think Jameis Winston could even read his script? Is that why he threw so many picks?
Bro, my favorite, though, was Deshaun Watson from the Rush Hour clip.
No.
When they open up, that had me dead, bro. He said, "Oh my god."
No, low key, I'm telling you right now, low key, bro. I promise you, Aaron Hernandez was my favorite tight end. I just want.
Aaron Hernandez is cold as fuck.
Oh, he was, dude. That combination of him, Gronk. Oh.
I was actually curious.
Aaron was the one, and Gronk was the two. Oh,
well, that's what I was gonna say. I was actually.
And that's what I told people, dude. I swear, I told people. I said, "Dog, Gronk is great. I don't take nothing away from Gronk, but Aaron Hernandez was that dude, bro.
Oh, he was. Even in college.
Him and Brady was like,
he was an on-field killer,
dog. So him and Brady was like peanut butter and jelly, dog. Like,
but
Gronk was
I was curious though, like if Aaron
cheese
would Gronk really beat Gronk though?
Huh?
If Aaron didn't get caught or didn't do the shit he did, would Gronk beat Gronk still?
Nah. I don't think so. Because Aaron Hernandez
Gronk would have left. Gronk would have been somewhere else.
Gronk had more receptions, but Aaron Hernandez had more red zone touchdowns. He was more of a red zone threat. Gronk will get you down the field, but Aaron Hernandez was a beast in the red zone. Like, he was fire. Like, dog, I was so, like, when that story came out, I was like, please be false. Please be false, bro. Like, please. And then you had all this other stuff.
Imagine how I felt.
Hey, I feel you, bro. Like, I'm saying, because I was a huge fan, bro. Like, I promise you, like, when I got into fantasy, that nigga was on my team all the time. Like, all the time. Like, he was a beast. Like,
so the final rule that I have that I'm a huge fan of, and you may think what you want, it is what it is. Kickoffs. For player safety, I think the kickoffs is awesome. So for those of y'all that don't know, the XFL kickoff begin play 5 yards apart from the kicking team and opponent. So instead of the opponent's down on the 35 now, right? Because it used to be
the kicking team will be on the other team's 35.
No, but I'm saying instead of the NFL where it's at the 35, kicking and running 40, 50 yards to crack somebody.
Max speed.
Now it's 5 yards apart. And not only that, but they cannot move until the returner catches the ball. Now,
okay, so
or it's on the ground for at least 3 seconds.
Yes,
yeah, that part.
So
because you didn't say nothing when me and him was talking about it. Like, I'm saying, just explain why you don't like why you rather that than what they have in the NFL.
One, I like it because of the safety. That is a huge concern, bro. I've seen a dude break his collarbone getting like on the kickoff return, actually. Or no, I'm sorry, he was on kickoff, and this dude waylaid him and broke his collarbone. I've seen a dude concussed. I've seen so many injuries just on kickoff and kickoff return alone. That there is scary, bro.
I'll tell you one. Going back, whenever I played on kickoff return, one of our guys, he caught the ball and he dropped it. So when he tried to recover it, they were running, but you're running full speed. He dove to get the, you're running full speed. So the guy that's coming to hit him runs right into his helmet, and the dude's shin splits out of its skin. That was the very first play of the game, dude. That delayed our game at least 25-30 minutes, and it was the nastiest thing I've ever seen. I think kickoff return and punt return are the most dangerous things you could play.
Oh, dude, 100%. Because people are headhunting. Think about it, bro. You have so much speed and momentum for 30, 40 yards. Yes. You're headhunting somebody, bro.
Okay, so I agree. Like, the safety part. Yes.
You don't agree. You're a violent man.
You're violent.
No, but I'm just saying, like, man, if you take away kickoff returns, you're basically
no. So the point of the rule is to allow a kickoff return.
But if 5 yards apart,
James,
if you have somebody that actually, there were a couple this weekend that broke to like 40 and 50 yards. Like, I'm saying to the 40 and 50
yards. On a pro level, like, it's very few people that got that much that talent to just move and shake like that.
But think about it, bro. It's 10v10, and then technically, if they all block properly, that kicker returner, all he has to do is break one tackle and he's gone. That's it. It's a wrap.
I bet you Devin Hester still makes it through it and no problem.
He's a GOAT. Like,
no, James. Look, here's the thing too.
Patterson,
I don't know if you mentioned it, Trey.
Dante Hall and who else? Maybe Josh Cribbs. Everybody else, well, okay, Naeem Hines is nice too. Let me not disrespect Naeem Hines.
What about Kadarius Toney? Look at how impressive he was with this one.
Got out of here with that fake hamstring injury.
Don't worry about him and his eyebrowless face. Don't worry about it.
That was scary. I was like, why you got so close up with him? Like, back up. That's like a gremlin. Yeah.
What I like about it, it forces player. You have to make a kickoff return, because if the freaking punter kicks it into the fucking a touchback, it's the 35-yard line, the 35. So you force teams to have. It could be a touchback and it's 35-yard line instead of the 25 in the NFL.
Okay, well, I mean, for their rules and their aspects,
so it's safe and still physical.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, for their rules, I'm saying, because if you transfer that to the NFL, that's kind of that 35-yard line.
But see, personally, well, that I'm not a big fan of. I'd say no more than a 30. That's kind of insane. 25 is perfect. 30 is too much after that point.
35.
But for safety, and on top of that, for the NFL guys, I think that they would make some big ass plays sometimes on the right.
I mean, I'm saying, this is what I'm saying too.
How about Tavius Bryant on that shit? He'll fucking go through,
dude. So like, just like, okay, since we're comparing them, like, all right, so okay, you put 10 and 10, 5 yards apart. NFL, these guys are fucking huge, bro. Like, then you got the blockers. Like, certain teams just block better than other teams, bro. I'm sorry. For whatever reason, Cordell Patterson, whatever team he's on, he has the greatest blockers in the world, because he hardly gets touched when he runs kickoff returns. Like, but I'm just saying, like, to me, that's, I don't know. I guess you just have to see it to see if it'll work.
I mean, it's the first season too. We'll see how it goes. And look, James, if they go over 5 kickoff return touchdowns, then I think you just need to calm down.
All right. I'm just saying, it's impressive, because I'm saying, like, that was, I was looking at it, I was like, the fuck are they doing? And then the ball came, and then they were running there. I'm like, what? So
but what's cool too is some people could do a strategy where they do their second string lineman as the 10 guys, And you don't need speed when you're returning it, so you just put a lineman who can block good, block him out, let him run, done. But some people don't want to do that, obviously, because they want speed. So who knows?
Mm-hmm. All right, we got anything else we want to talk about the XFL before
Those
we
are
move
my
on?
rules. Like I said, I rather enjoyed watching it this weekend and looked into the rules, and a lot of the rules are really cool.
Alex, you got anything?
No, I just really like where it's going so far after week 1. All the games are good. I know a lot of people are saying that that was Houston that pretty much like killed the team, but up until the fourth quarter, that game was really good too. And all defensive, mostly all the games are all defensive. Like
I think it's a more feeling out process right now too.
Yes.
It's week 1.
Yes,
We'll get that more.
It was good, man. I really like it. Like I said, there's a lot of big names. You said Vic Beasley. He was a first round pick for Atlanta. You know, and like this,
he's such a talent, man. That's crazy.
Yes, there's a lot of talent in this league, and even a lot of NFL players say that what separates the NFL from a lot of different leagues are just the linemen, man. There's so many skilled players that could play in the NFL, but there's not enough room. So you're gonna see a lot of skill players making crazy plays. So I'm really excited about it.
Oh yeah, me too.
I also just think, man, when it's the NFL, like I think the NFL is such a it's a hit or miss. You got one shot, bro. Like you have to do something that separates you from a ton of people, and if you don't, man, it's like you work your way in and you work your way out. A lot of these guys get chances because they come from Power 5 schools. Like if you come from Bama, you come from Georgia, you come from the likes of like Michigan and Ohio State, like that puts your name on another level. But when you come out there and do what Tyreek Woolen did and you run a sub 4.2 or like anything close to that, that's just going to put the world on notice. Like this guy can run. And then you go out there and you perform when when given a chance by somebody like Pete Carroll. And then you go from not only just a slot corner to hell, you're damn near defensive rookie of the year. And then you might be at the 1 or 2 spot come the next season. Like a lot of people put respect on his name because the kid is 6'4" and he runs a 4.2. Like that's crazy. So I mean, I think some of these guys, like when it comes to skill positions, like I think anybody can play in the pros. It's just can you consistently do what you need to do, which is a receiver. Can you get open? You're not going to drop the ball. Like, can you take hits? Running backs, can you stay on the field? Can you pass block? Can you know what I'm saying? It's just because I think everybody can play on that level, man. When you play football, but it's really making the most of your opportunities, man, when your name is called. So
yeah.
Shameless plug. This has nothing to do with us. Go to xflshop.com and get some Brahma shirts and fucking gear, guys.
Let's go.
All right. So, James, I don't know if you actually looked at the rundown notes.
I did not.
All right. Well,
is it my turn?
You're a month late, but yes.
Yes.
It is time for the top 10 power forwards of all times, James edition.
Here we go, guys. I'm going with honorable mention first, though.
Wait. And do your honorable mention and then go from 10, 9, 8, all the way to 1.
I got you. Honorable mention, man. Coming in at number 3. A lot of people don't like him, but I think 13. By the time his career is over, he will be mentioned somewhere up there. But it's Draymond Green. I mean, he's not your prototypical power forward, but what his career has consisted of is winning and making big plays. So he was honorable mention number 3. Chris Webber, he never won. Everybody on my list is a winner. I'm sorry. Outside of Chuck. Chuck was just different. But Chris Webber was number 2. I was trying to fight to put him on there, but I couldn't. And Rodman was number 1. Rodman was a dog, but he's not in my top 10. So, no further ado, number 10 is Paul. I mean, Paul Gasol, he had a great career, man. Solid. Once his career was resurrected, we're going to the Lakers from the Memphis Grizzlies now. So He's my number 10. My number 9 is Bob Pettit. Ladies and gentlemen, do your homework before you start judging me in the comments. These guys are all winners. Go look up their stats. Go see what they've done for their teams before you start questioning who I got on this list. Number 8, man, Kevin McHale. Played with the winners. Big time. Nice power forward, like inside, outside. Nice mid-range jump shot. I mean, he was just a beast. He was a feisty one, too. I don't know if y'all remember that clip when he was fighting, but he was a hell of a teammate. He got out there and got active. He was throwing punches. Philadelphia, Elvin Haynes. Big rebounder, big scorer, big leader. Played with a tenacious Philadelphia team. Like, they were a nasty group of guys. Number 6 is Charles. He didn't win, guys. He did not win. But I don't care what no one says. He's one of the greatest power forwards. One of the greatest power forwards. Giannis is number 5. Could be higher. We'll see what his career goes. But
it's not bad for how early he is still. So
the guys that I have on my list, man, I can't put him in front of these next 4 guys. Like, I put him at 5. I almost put him behind Barkley, but Barkley did not win. So that's why I put Giannis up there. He just won. I feel like I feel like Giannis can probably pull off maybe 1 or 2 more before his career is over with. I mean, he plays with a good group. Number 4 is KG, one of the most nastiest power forwards in the game. One of the nicest mid-ranges before he started taking the knee injuries and the back injuries and stuff like that. Gave Tim and Dirk some of the best battles of their, like that. That's why I said that 2000 basketball was like, it was the real deal, man. Like, these guys went to work. I got Dirk at number 3, guys. I wanted to put him at number 2, but I got him at number 3. You know what I'm saying? Karl Malone is my number 2. Say what you want. Karl was nasty, man. Number 3 on the scoring list. You can't. The man was a walking bucket. The best pick and roll runners to ever see the floor, man.
As some people would say, the Big Ben of the NBA.
Yeah, he is.
And I mean that in his illegal problems, that more than anything.
Hey, you know what's crazy? They did bring that up this weekend too. I was like, y'all are wrong. Like, it's in Utah. Y'all want to disrespect this man like that? I didn't know that son though. That was crazy. I didn't know that story. But that's for another crazy episode. And of course, number 1, the GOAT, the greatest of all times, Tim Duncan. Ladies and gentlemen, my top 10 power forward list.
Anyone got any rebuttals? Anybody he missed out on?
No, actually, it's a pretty good list, man. Overall.
Alex, you still eating ice cream?
I like KG. I think KG's my favorite power forward of all time.
What?
He'd be your number 1?
That's just me. No,
He'd be your
KG,
number
dude, he was
1?
a beast, bro. He's from Chicago, bro. This man,
Chicago.
Whoa, hold on.
Puro Chicago.
This guy was a dog.
He's not technically from Chicago. I think he's from
21st Street.
No,
he's from 21st Street.
Wait, hold on. I'm finna Google that because I watched his documentary. I think he grew up in South Carolina or North Carolina, something like that.
Alex, it don't matter if he's from Chicago or not, man. He ain't better than Tim Duncan.
Look, this man at freaking 17, 16 years old was giving Scottie Pippen the work at these local gyms, and he was the only teenager at that time playing pickup ball with these NBA players. These guys work.
Well, first of all, you're wrong. He's from Greensville, South Carolina. I do it.
But how my map is set up is it's right next to Chicago.
No, but where do you play high school ball at?
I don't give a damn.
Where do you play high school ball at?
And got his ass kicked out of South Carolina, so he had to go over there. He had no choice to go over there. But your story is right. He was giving Scottie Pippen buckets, and then Scottie.
Look, Shaq was born in San Antonio, but you don't hear me claiming him.
They shut that shit down. Like, he was giving Scottie buckets, and they shut that shit down because they was about to fight. You right though. I remember I read that on his little documentary. I love him too, though. I ain't gonna lie. If Tim Duncan wasn't on this list, KG would be my undisputed top. I mean, because tenacious is the only word you can use for him, bro. Like his game, offense, defense, dog, is beautiful, man.
He deserves his props. He deserves for all the talents that he did. He did what he best he could with the fucking Timberwolves. We all know how shitty Minnesota is as a fucking poverty franchise. We get that, but at the end of the day, every time he went toe to toe with Duncan, Duncan smoked his ass. Don't even fucking talk to me about that shit. We're talking about best against each other. Duncan fucking balled him. KG said it himself. He could never freaking outdo Duncan. He said it. I talked shit to him. I fucking did everything I could to irritate this man, and all he did was ball. And he just looked at me and fucking tear me down just with his eyes. Don't ever talk to me about
those Chicago were so good, bro.
Well, look,
Timmy,
smoke them. Who did the Timberwolves have whenever KG was there? Sam Cassell.
I'm not saying about the team. I said 1v1. I said 1v1. I said 1v1.
And he had Wally
Zerk.
He had Wally Zerk.
1v1 KG will give Tim Duncan work. Don't even say that because he would. He would. That's
KG
wrong.
said it himself.
I mean,
KG said it himself.
Yeah.
Alex.
Yeah, but you guys are saying 1v1 that KG will give him work.
KG said it himself.
You're being biased. You guys are from San Antonio.
Alex.
You just said that he's from Chicago. Well, he's from my Chicago.
Alex.
No, I'm just. But like the guys that he played against is completely different.
Alex, look, I've stayed quiet this whole time. KG is a beast. Yes, nobody will deny that. I'm sorry. In a 1v1, Tim would not get worked by KG. I apologize about that. No.
KG would say it
KG
himself.
was not as powerful. Yeah, he's a dog, but he is not as powerful and he's not as smart as Timmy played. Tim would put that
Maybe not as smart. Maybe not as smart, but
not as smart.
Tim would put that work.
Alex,
he's not powerful.
But Alex, you can't.
I'm not saying he's not powerful. But I think Timmy's size outweighs him a little bit. But
you gotta look at it like this, Alex. Look at it like this. We're not talking as if these guys didn't play against each other already. For it is already written. Tim Duncan,
it has been done.
It's finished,
well,
bro.
Thank you.
It's already done.
He owned him for a decade.
So
he owned him.
So does this mean that means that Dirk was better than Tim? Then, if you guys are saying that you guys already seen it, it's been done. Don't say he didn't either. Because Dirk, don't say Dirk didn't give Tim Duncan work. Because he did.
If Stephen A. Smith was on right now,
this is Alex right now. He reaching, bro. You reaching, bro.
Oh God,
crazy. That's outlandish.
You know what?
You guys,
this is what Alex is telling us right now. Alex is just low key telling us he don't like the picture that's on the wall behind Jose right now. He's getting tired of looking at it, and he's very upset.
That's actually the real reason.
He's done.
Don't worry, I'm putting my money up in a few weeks.
Bro, you're
crazy. I think, but to me, Tim Duncan's a really good basketball player, but to me, I'm just saying,
really good.
I just have a preference on KG.
KG is the greatest.
It's cool to have a preference, but you can't sit here and act like he's not the GOAT, bro. I'm sorry. When it comes to numbers, when it comes to stats, when it comes to leading the franchise,
it comes to rings, it comes to everything, bro.
Winning, bro, no one, it's not very many people that got a winning record versus every team in the league like Tim Duncan does. Duncan's probably one of the only out of position big man that can be compared to the likes of Kobe and Jordan when it comes to talking about GOAT, bro.
Here's how you know Tim Duncan was amazing. This is completely true. You can ask a non-Spurs fan. He was a top 5 NBA player when in his rookie year.
In rookie year. I was gonna say what James was just saying is, first off, normal people, their top 5, he's somewhere around that top 5.
Yeah.
You talk about the most athletic, greatest players ever in Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, so on, and Tim Duncan is in that combo. KG is close to that.
For most people, Tim Duncan is in that top 5 at either somewhere between the likes of 4 or 5.
Wait, now I want to hear this. I want to hear this now. Hold on, because this is probably the same thing as the fucking Shaq and Kareem. This is probably like
hell yeah. What you mean of all time?
Timmy's top 4. Timmy's top 4 for me all time.
Alex, I want to know your top 5 now.
No. I want to hear this because he said Kareem is number 3 all time, but Shaq is his number 1 center over Kareem. So I want to hear Alex's where he has KG and Tim Duncan in his top 10, 20, whatever fuck. And I want to go with this.
Well, Kareem's number 2. I said number 2. I didn't say number 3.
Okay.
But Tim Duncan's number 2, right behind KG. And going with the Shaq and Kareem, this plays right into it because Shaq was the most dominant player. Yes, Kareem did all these fantastic things, but I'm talking about the most like physical player and well-rounded player. I think KG was better. That's just me though. To me, Shaq was better than Kareem.
So you're saying KG was
but championship wise, yes, Tim Duncan has the rings.
I haven't even brought up the championships. That's me. I was saying 1v1. They fought each other, and KG has said that Tim Duncan would beat him. That Tim Duncan's outplayed him. Like he said it. KG said it. Like I'm not saying this out of my ass because I'm a Tim Duncan. I'm saying it because Kevin Garnett, the big ticket, said it himself. The big fundamental outplayed him.
Go by and watch all the smoke, and he will let you know Tim Duncan was the only motherfucker that gave him problems. Only one. Why? Because Tim played his game. He got boards. He busted his ass on offense, and he didn't really pay attention to what KG was. KG was with that rah-rah shit with everybody. Yep. Everybody was intimidated by KG. Tim Duncan was a damn stone wall. I'm going to come out here. I'm going to use this glass, take my ass down to the other side.
God, I miss that glass shot so much.
That's it.
The rare commodity that Tim Duncan is a 15-time all-NBA player, a 15-time all-defensive player. Not, dude, a handful of people could say that. A handful. Tim Duncan's one of them. And he did that. And look, I get he had Dave Robinson, wherever you want to put Sean Elliott. They were old. They were done. And he put that franchise on his back. He brought life.
Like, this is what people don't realize. Tim Duncan didn't start just being such a a quiet little power forward into his latter years. Them younger years, motherfuckers was getting put in the rim. Like,
in the top 5 in his rookie year in the MVP votes. Top 5 in his rookie year. First team All-NBA rookie year. Since then, he had split the smoke on Kevin Garnett. And you want to... If you want to say Dirk is a more range, I got you there. Dirk definitely has more range. I'll give you that. But Tim Duncan would smoke all of them.
In all fairness, he smoked pretty much everybody he played. So not just KG. He smoked everybody. Let's be realistic here.
Bro, Boogie Cousins even said Boogie Cousins said, "What am I supposed to do with this man? I did everything I could."
Everybody, I watched a lot of interviews where everybody, I can't talk to him.
People speak so highly of him. Like, that's why I said, Alex, it's cool to have a preference. Like, Allen Iverson was my favorite guard. Like, I didn't like Jordan. I still don't like Jordan like that. I like his shoes. I like his game. I love what he did. But
that's why you have LeBron over him.
Well, not even just that. It was just like, dude, to be completely honest, I was a diehard Melo fan. I did not fucking like LeBron when he came in. I was just like, I did not believe, bro. But I looked at his game and I grew to it. I grew a liking to it over Carmelo Anthony. That's just me. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to preference, you can have a preference, but be completely honest with yourself. Like, you're not taking Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett was honest with himself. That's what we're saying. Like, he was honest with himself.
If you're gonna do 25 to life and one man can get you out of jail, and you gotta take Kevin Garnett and Tim Duncan. Who you taking? Come on, man. Be for real. Be for real.
I'm taking big ticket. There's no.
Then you gonna drop the soap and somebody gonna put something in your ass.
Ain't nobody gonna change my mind. There's
not taking him on.
At least he's
really his argument, bro. Did you really?
What about what? Okay, so what? How come you didn't put Zach Randolph in the list, right?
No.
Okay,
He
so that's
said
the one guy.
winners.
I
That's
put
one
winners
guy.
on my list. I put winners. I'm telling. If I would, if I go, dude, if I put winners on my list. If I went for personal preference, a lot of these guys not gonna make my list because I love Zebo. I love Chris Webber. I love the likes of Dennis Rodman. It's a lot of people that didn't make this. I love Sean Kemp. I love other guys, but they did not win. These guys won. They got titles. They finished in scoring. They're somewhere on list for like top of the charts. That's why
he didn't even mention the guy that was supposed to like dethrone Tim Duncan, Anthony Davis. He didn't even mention him.
Fuck, I ain't putting that fragile
Anthony
motherfucker on my
Davis.
list.
Like, thank God he did, man. I was so happy. I was like,
I was
But
actually,
my
I was legit worried
my
that you were going
preference
to.
too. I didn't put Ben Wallace in my top 10 centers. He was there. I
and
wanted
that's
to put him
tough.
over Dwight.
And that's tough.
No, but
I
he
wanted to put him over.
he has a argument to be on your list.
Yes, I really wanted to put him there at number 10 over Dwight Howard. But Dwight Howard, dude, I don't know.
No, chill out.
Over Dwight Howard.
And that's another person, bro. I hate that people are disrespecting Dwight Howard like he don't belong in the NBA's greatest for what he did in that short period of time. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Someone actually commented that yesterday on the TikTok. Let me pull it.
Like, dude, Dwight Howard was a man. And that's why this is. Of course, I'm gonna bring up LeBron, but still, like, it has nothing to do with like. But I'm just saying, I wish more players took care of their bodies,
Like
to
Dwight
have
Howard
created a longer lineage of greater play, bro. And I think Dwight Howard is one of them ones. Like,
Someone said 2 days ago, at Truth is Told to You, okay, Dwight, guy literally killed the center position and was last at an all-star at 28. Weakest competition and least success. Okay, Truth is Told by You or whatever his name was.
He's saying
Okay.
that what now? He's saying what now?
He said that basically Dwight killed the center position, that his last all-star appearance or last time he was an all-star was when he was 28, and he had the weakest competition and least successful.
I can say he did.
You can go rebuttal to him in the comments. You can just say something here, whatever. We all know how good. We all know how talented Dwight was. Like prime Dwight. Fuck no, get the fuck out of here. When he went to Houston,
watching basketball 10 years ago.
He probably started watching basketball when he was in Houston.
I will say this: Dwight in the Eastern Conference, there was nobody fucking with him. I'm sorry.
As impressive as we can say LeBron carried that Cavs team, that 07 Cavs team to the finals. How fucking impressive was it to beat LeBron and go to the 09 finals and say, nah, we're not putting that Bron Kobe shit. I'm in here. Put some respect on my name.
It was for the first time it could have happened.
Kobe and LeBron.
Everybody wanted it,
dude. That'd have been insane.
So mad. But you know what? They beat the Cavs at what the Cavs were trying to do for LeBron. Is what they did for Dwight Howard. They surrounded him with shooters and fucking
Jameer Nelson.
They sealed the paint, dog. They had
Hito Turkoglu,
Rashad fucking
Michael Petrus,
bro. They were loaded.
JJ Redick,
Redick, and they had Skip to my Lou coming off the bench. Like, bro,
we went from arguing with each other to freaking praising Dwight Howard. You know?
No, but look. But a lot of people don't remember that Jermaine Nelson was hurt in the NBA Finals, dude, and he only played like a game or two.
Bro, that team was just like, bro, they had some shooters, man, and that's what LeBron was asking for the whole time he was in
To be fair, Alex, I still don't think they would have gone past the unit that the Lakers was at the time.
No,
they might have stretched it out, but man, whew.
Yeah. I just wanted to see Kobe and LeBron, bro. That's what I mean. That would
have been ridiculous.
They tried to set that up for so many years with the Nike commercials and the arguments, barbershop talk. But
Kobe did his part. He went to a finals 3 years straight. So,
oh my God, come on.
I mean, if he could take the 07 Cavs, he could take 08, 09, or the 10. Right? I'm just saying now. Not with the Boston Big Three. Fuck no.
But I wish what you call it would have gave. I wish he would have had the organization Kobe had. I really do. It would have been. It makes a hell of a difference. Because I'm telling you, man. I think if you give, dude, if you just put LeBron in the place of so many other players that had the coaching and the supporting cast, bro. Like, no, Kobe was almost. People don't realize Kobe was almost out of the Lakers, bro. Like they had that dead period.
It was 05, 06, something on those. It
was a dead period where they lost in the first round, and he was like, hey, "Look, y'all don't bring nothing over here." And then that's when they swapped brothers for brothers and cash considerations. And I was just like, "Who the fuck is this fat dude?" And
well, that's why I have a knock. And I know we're going off topic. That's why I have a knock on Phil Jackson, because the bitch quit on Kobe. Like, Kobe helped you get those 3 titles on top of the 6 you already had. Like, come on, dude. Like, and you, because you're mad because they didn't keep Shaq, they kept Kobe instead. That's why I'm like, bro, don't talk to me about that.
But that's why I was talking about with LeBron, like the lineage of people taking care of their bodies, because that's what Kobe's argument was. It was like, I'm not gonna give you the ball. You're lazy, bro. If you want the ball, go get the rebound. Like, there you go. You can have it right there. But I'm thinking, like, it's players like Shaq, it's players like Dwight Howard, it's players like Yao Ming that I think their lineage will be longer and they would be more. I mean, dude, like,
Yao Ming just had bad luck. To be fair, Yao Ming just had bad luck. Look, to be that size is just tough.
Dwight Howard trained his body to be big, because remember, coming into the league, he was a teenager, so he had to train his body to become a grown man. Yeah. But he even said himself that was doing more damage to him. So that's why he slimmed down a lot. He cut like 20, 30 pounds.
No, I understand. He had to play the position, which I understand, because that was just part of the same reason LeBron left Miami. Like, Pat Riley kept wanting him to play all 5 positions, and he's like, no, bro, I'm not going to carry this weight on my body. That's why if you look at LeBron from the Cleveland Cavaliers to the Miami Heat, you saw him bulk up a little bit more. Yeah. And when he went back to Cleveland, he slimmed down again, taking care of your body. Like, it's a must. Like, that's why I'm scared for players like DK Metcalf, bro. Like, I don't know how long you can play that position that big, that fast, taking those hits like that. Because, I mean, he be fighting, bro. DK be like, I'll be like,
he could always chase Buda Baker again. Fucking chase him down.
I mean, he can do the drug test.
Bro, or you can just go play tight end. Fuck it, just go play tight end. Bro.
I still can't believe after that video they sent him that message. That's the funniest shit ever.
Can you imagine whenever his winding down on his NFL years, and he says, you know what, I could do this in the XFL.
Bro, no,
San Antonio.
That's not I think it's some players that should be excluded from going to play over there. Some players should be excluded. Like, you can't.
Nah. Let them have fun, bro. Let them have fun. Fuck that shit. All right. So we're good there. We got our grievance stuff. That's good, Alex. I'm glad that you had this rebuttal, because yesterday I was looking at our old videos when we were debating. I'm like, we haven't had a good debate in a while. This is gonna be nice TikTok edit. That's what I.
Jose in Jose's mind, he's like, "Thank you, Alex, for that dumb contribution." No.
No. But here's the thing.
I see what he's saying though, but.
No, this is my not knock on Alex. This is my knock on anyone else. Alex stood his ground.
Yeah, for sure.
There's people who don't stand their ground.
And again, I see what he's getting at. I see why he says. I understand. I don't believe it myself, but I get.
It just goes back to my Kobe. I mean, my Shaq and Kareem.
I understand.
So who's higher in your all-time list? Not position, like all-time. Is Timmy higher than KG, or is KG higher than Timmy?
What are we like
all time? Everything.
Who you drafting first? Timmy in your all-time draft, Timmy or KG?
Damn, bro. I honestly I would really pick KG. If we're doing an all-time draft, I really would.
No. Well, okay, now take away the all-time draft, all-time list.
Thank you for visiting Puro Pinche Sports. We are out.
For the 119th time, we are canceled.
119th time.
Alex, where do you have, or who's higher on your all-time all-body of work list? The same way you have Kareem over Shaq, you have Timmy over KG.
You said he has Kareem over Shaq?
In his all-time list,
No,
yes, but in centers, he has Shaq over Kareem. Because Shaq's not your go, right?
I would put Tim Duncan over KG if he were to do all body of work. Yes.
Okay. So it's the same thing as the Kareem.
I want to revisit that though. Can you explain?
We might need another podcast with this one.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But the way that I explained it, I think everybody kind of got it. The way I was telling you how I put Shaq.
Actually, there was a question, but you can answer first. There's a question on something else you had on your centers list, but go ahead.
I would, to me, if I were to create a team, I would pick Shaq over Kareem. Okay. But if you go over the long like longevity of the best, like all time, like best, I would put Kareem over Shaq. But I mean, if you're building a team, I'm saying I'm gonna pick Shaq because to me there was nobody in the league that was able to guard him. And granted, Kareem played in the era where he dominated. There was only a couple big guys back then that were doing work. Now where Shaq played, there was quite a few guys that could play ball. You know what I mean? At his position, and Shaq just pretty much dominated everybody.
That's why I respect that you have Wilton Russell at 4 and 5, but I mean, Kareem still did his job.
Well, yeah, I mean, Bill Russell. I mean, there was nobody his size around that time.
No, I mean, I just want to hear because that's why I said that's my argument for Shaq is like.
Well, see, you said that, and then you got KG and Tim Duncan who had the same competition. And you still somehow put KG above. See, that's what I gotta call you out on. That seems wrong. You just said Kareem did not have the same body of work. That's your explanation for having him under Shaq. That is not the same thing with KG and Timmy.
Oh man,
to me, KG. I feel like KG can switch more than Tim Duncan. Am I wrong?
Say that again.
KG could stretch out the floor more than Tim Duncan.
What the fuck does that have to do?
Still cannot play him.
So can Dirk. Dirk can shoot from wherever.
But what's Dirk's knock? I think everybody knows what his knock is.
Defense.
Yeah.
But Timmy's an all-time defender. He's an all-time fucking. Well, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I know that, but
offensive leader, that's what I'm saying. Like these guys have told people, like they said it on national air on their podcast. Like Timmy's the guy. Like they've said, I get it, you have the preference, but like they've said it themselves. Like, nah, don't pick me, pick him. Like, to be fair,
like you. And my thing is this, like,
and I'm not even knocking the fact that he was on a shitty Wolves team.
Tim Duncan and KG played in the best era of power forwards. Like they played when it was Chris Webber. They played when it was like you had everybody. Paul Gasol,
Chris Paul. Chris Webber was good, but I'm not gonna give him. I'm not gonna say he was one of the best in that era.
Well, Chris Webber to the point he thinks he was better than Timmy, but just. Yeah.
Hey, Chris Webber did have nice handles though. He was a
nice top 12 though. He was a nice top 12. I don't know.
he had good handles for his size.
But that era itself was full of like talent, bro. You had like it was always a good power forward on every single team. Like it wasn't just no week you were just gonna go out there and just like work nobody. You had people everywhere. Like you had your young Zach Randolph, you had your young Paul Gasol, you had people playing stretch fours and stuff like that. Like it was just
Rasheed Wallace. Another great power forward.
Mm-hmm. Just a head case. So
well, let's move on to possibly the last topic of the evening. So that way Trey can get that pillow and take that nap that he so desperately wants right now. Look at him. All right. So You know, it's a slow time right now. Usually we have the NFL to take us over for 2 hours straight. You know, we as crazy as that is, we don't want that. But I decided to steal, you know, a little game from a different podcast. So I'll give them a shout out. It's a Pick a Side podcast. I don't know if you've seen them on TikTok and stuff, but they have a lot of fun. They're a good debate. They're a good time. So I wanted to take something from them and do a game called Would You Rather. So I have a few guys in mind here. So the first one,
it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. Would you rather Nikola Jokic's edition? So the Joker. So
okay.
Do you want the Joker or Giannis?
To start a franchise?
To be your guy on your team, to lead your franchise.
I pick Giannis. Sorry.
I'm gonna
agree with you. You going Joker?
This sucks because I need to know all the intangibles. You know what I'm saying? If I go to the team, I'm very.
No, just take a guy. Your number one overall pick.
Man, you can just. I can take Joker, then you come out of Would You Rather, and then it's fucking Joker.
Come on, Would you rather?
I'm taking Joker. Fuck.
Okay.
Who do you pick?
I pick Giannis.
Okay.
The man can play. The man can play both sides of court. Like he's not one dimensional. All right, wow. Joker or Luka?
Damn. Hey, Jose, you're doing really tough, man.
The other ones might be easier.
I'm still going. Neither one of them motherfuckers play defense, so give me Joker.
But longevity-wise, which one will last you longer?
Probably Joker.
I'm leaning Joker.
He's finesse. He don't really bang. He's not a banger, bro. He's a finesse big. He can pass the ball just like Luka. He can shoot.
And that's
just
my
like
biggest
Luka.
thing. He can facilitate as well as you can have somebody tiers facilitate the rest of it. Yeah.
I would pick Joker. I would pick Joker because there's not a lot of bigs. The era of big men has gone away from the NBA. There's so many guards now in the NBA that could probably take Luka's spot. Yeah, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna head Joker right here.
I agree. I'll take Joker. All right. Joker. This one's pretty easy. I kind of just wanted to give him a curveball in case I didn't. The other two. Devin Booker. Joker.
He's Joker, bro. I like D Book, but I feel like his game should have been developed on a level to where he's like that guy. I think he's still a number 2 to Chris Paul, and I don't like that. I think that should have been his team already, and like he just like consistent.
So we all agree with Joker there. Cool. All right, Joker or Embiid?
Oh, this is tough.
That's
is
tough.
because I have Joker at number 9 in my all time right now, and the way lately how Embiid's been playing him, I don't know, man. I kind of want to lean the other way.
James left the screen. He put his elbows up.
That's probably the toughest one so far.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say just for the sake of healthiness, I'm taking Joker.
I'll say Embiid. I'll say Embiid. I like my defense. I need my guy on defense.
You do, but you also need him on the floor.
But Embiid has been playing really nice, and he's been healthy.
I'm going Joker.
Just this year, fuck. Every time
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, who in the league is not hurt?
But it's true now. He's always hurt. It's always something with him. Like, come playoff time, this motherfucker's not gonna be out there.
No. Oh, wait. If we talking about playoffs, I'll tell you, Embiid has shown up in the playoffs more than Joker.
He showed up in the playoffs more than Joker?
Yeah, I'll say yeah. I will say it.
No way.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
And he got the easiest conference. What? Come on.
Nah. Not in his time. Not in his time. LeBron had the easiest conference when he was in the East. Joel Embiid has not had the easiest.
How not?
How not? He fought fucking to Game 7 against them Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors.
That's cheeks. They should have won that one. The whole world should have won that one.
I mean, they should have beat Trae Young and the Hawks and the faux Hawks.
But since I want to stay inside my top 10, so I'm gonna have to go with the Joker for now. But Embiid has really. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Embiid has given him work lately.
I'm just saying, one game on the line, both healthy.
One game on the line.
Joker.
All right. And then last one, it's not a big, so it's not probably as impressive. Jason Tatum.
Over who?
It's just
Joker or Jason Tatum?
Shit, I'm taking Jason Tatum. Shit.
Yeah, I would pick Tatum. I would pick Tatum over.
Tatum was that dude.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm with y'all.
Tatum is what fucking Devin Booker should be already, and he can't get there.
The Lakers missed out on him, bro.
Oh,
they chose Lonzo.
They picked Lonzo Ball over Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Bro, the Lakers are a fucking stupid franchise.
It don't
matter. They wouldn't even know how to fucking get him.
But then I look at it like this, bro. There's very few franchises that know how to draft, and I'm telling you, Boston is just one of them ones. They're like the Pittsburgh Steelers when they come to draft.
Well, now Danny Ainge is with Utah, and look at where Utah is with all those picks.
Yeah, but Danny Ainge was that GM whenever they were acquiring all those picks. So
they just know how to draft, man. It's just
saw how he finessed his big three to the fucking Nets and took all those picks. All right, next edition. Would you rather Devontae Smith edition?
Oh, this is. I like this one. I know this is.
Devontae Smith.
I'm picking everybody but him.
Devontae Smith.
Oh, he's a Cowboys fan.
It's not even about that. It's just
nah.
Don't lie, bro. You're a Cowboys fan.
You'd want Devontae Smith over Michael Gallup. Don't even fucking go there.
I will take Devontae Smith over Michael Gallup in a heartbeat.
All right, that's what I thought. All right, Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle?
Waddle.
Yeah, I have to go Waddle.
Actually, low key, I'm gonna go Smith.
I like that. I'm gonna keep Waddle.
Give me the win.
All right, Devontae Smith or Mike Williams?
Mike Williams.
Devontae Smith. I'll take Devontae Smith.
I was about to say Devontae Smith. Mike Williams hasn't been. He's a great receiver, but he's never healthy, bro.
If you want to talk about health, James,
I don't care. We're talking about preference, Alex.
But he's never healthy.
I know Mike Williams is never healthy. So I mean, if we're talking about health, right? You know, that's what you said for Joker and Embiid. So, all right, Devontae Smith or T. Higgins?
I'm going T. I want T. I like the big body.
I'm gonna go Devontae.
So I'm gonna go Devontae Smith also. I'm gonna go Devontae. I think Devontae's a better runner than T. Higgins.
Yeah, I agree. I'm
really big.
He's more shifty. T. Higgins
he's more quick. That's why
he's nice.
He's more shifty.
Nice.
He can create separation, bro. He can create separation.
No, it's a close one, but for me, Devontae's more shifty.
Here you go.
If y'all have y'all team right now and y'all need a number one receiver, y'all are gonna put Devontae Smith as y'all number one over T.
To be fair, the list I'm giving you is wide receiver twos. I'm not giving you any wide receiver ones. So
but goes for the team to be a wide receiver one. Only reason number two because he don't have Chase.
Same concept.
Was Devontae Smith only back because of AJ Brown?
Yeah, man. Fuck. We saw what happened when he was a wide receiver one. That's another story for another topic. But go ahead.
Devontae Smith or Tyler Lockett?
Ooh,
Devontae.
I'm going Lockett. I'm going Lockett. Lockett is a fucking lock.
That motherfucker got Lockett is a lock. He got good feet.
Yeah, Lockett for me is
that
just
motherfucker boy. He comes up with some shit that I don't.
He does. Expect. Some of these catches and moves he does, it's stupid.
He's a smart receiver. He knows when to go down before he gets to get in.
Not even go down, man. What he does with his feet in the red zone and those fucking scramble situations
was the easiest.
Like he's fucking shit. Tyler, he's very unrespected.
He really is unrespected, dude. I hate it.
He's very unrespected. He's like the Austin Eckler of wide receivers.
While Alex is on here, you say that.
What?
Because Alex doesn't care for Austin Eckler that much.
Austin Eckler is
I really don't.
monster. Why?
He likes his big body backs, not his pass catching backs. That's why.
There's probably what 2, 3 big body backs.
That's another episode for another day.
Another topic.
Hopefully, we're writing all this down.
My bad.
All right.
My bad.
Devontae Smith or Chris Godwin?
I'm taking Chris.
Are we
Talking about
talking-
route running, that is a way better route runner than Devontae Smith. I don't give a
I'm going Devontae.
fuck. You say Devontae?
But are we talking about from last year?
Overall. We're talking about
Or
overall.
Over.
This
as
is
a player.
hard, bro.
I'd probably take Godwin. I'd probably take Godwin. Just edge him out early.
This is
Like if you're talking about
I
for
would
next
have to
year,
pick Chris
next year I would say Devontae for sure.
Smith.
Because Godwin's just getting older and his body he's wearing down completely. But like if you're saying overall, then I would say Godwin. Because I don't know how long Devontae Smith can keep that up too, by being a thin man, a thin athletic man. All right, next one. I think I know Trey would like this one. Would you rather Lamar Jackson edition?
Oh, here we go. Hey, Trey's about to say.
Can I auto draft everybody but Lamar? Dang.
Wow, it's Black History Month. It's Black History Month, really?
And that's why I have this man above me. Hello. I invited this man above me for a reason. You're welcome.
Okay, let's go. I want to hear this one.
Oh man,
Lamar Jackson or Justin Herbert?
Ooh. I'm gonna go Lamar.
That conflicts Alex a lot because you know how high he is on Herbert.
I'll pick Lamar. I'll pick Lamar Jackson.
Trey.
In all seriousness, I'm going Lamar. I'm going Lamar.
Oh shit.
You're welcome, James. Don't let it happen again, though.
Lamar, for sure. I pick Lamar.
I'll take Lamar. And it's really close, but I'll take Lamar.
Clean sweep.
All right. Like I said, this one's more for this one was for Trey. Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson?
Ooh.
Who would you rather have as your Broncos QB, brother?
Broncos Nation. That's right.
Besides this past year, well,
We beat you in 2022.
yeah.
But what are we talking about though? Like, are we talking about like career-wise or just last year?
No, we're talking about like if you got a team for next year, what QB would you want
I'm gonna go Russ.
for next year? Okay, I'm gonna take Lamar.
I would pick Russ too. If we're going into next year, I'm gonna pick Russ over Lamar. Yeah.
James.
Sean Payton has to do a lot with it though. Sean Payton.
I'm taking
Clearly.
Well, yes, and then we don't know what Lamar's gonna be. We don't even know where he's gonna be at next year.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, my Giants be looking good.
In Baltimore. That's where he's gonna be. But he might be a Giant shit if Daniel Jones keep smoking crack. I think he's gonna get 45 a year.
That's crazy to me.
He's smoking. All right. Lamar Jackson or Geno Smith?
Lamar.
They wrote me out. I ain't right back.
I like Geno, but Lamar.
He didn't write back. He's been writing back ever since he said those comments.
And for that, I'm taking Lamar Jackson. Oh, Gino fell off that fucking cliff so fast, boy.
He started 6-3 and fucking went to the shits the rest of the way.
Oh, we're doing. I'm sorry. You said Geno.
Yeah, Lamar Geno.
I'll pick Lamar.
Lamar. All right. All right. Lamar Jackson or Daniel Jones?
I thought he was about to say
Next.
God, boy.
Next.
I mean, fuck it. You
There's
imagine?
no point to ask that one. Next. Should I answer for everybody? Lamar.
All right. Lamar Jackson or Lamar Jackson Jr., Justin Fields?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar. Justin was nice, but Lamar.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Lamar too.
All right, cool. I'm glad we got that one. Good job, Trey. You know, you didn't show that much.
Give him some other ones that I think that was a little too easy for him. A little too easy for us. That was a little tough for him. Give him some.
All right, Lamar Jackson or Jalen Hurts.
Or Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough one.
I'm gonna go Jalen.
Yeah.
I'm going Lamar still.
I'm going Jalen.
I think if you give Lamar Jalen's weapons, I think Lamar thrives more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because this is my main gripe for Lamar Jackson when it comes to other quarterbacks of the league. Like, they haven't surrounded him with nobody that
they still won't.
Everybody's been surrounded with. Like Jalen Hurts just got a big body receiver to go with the speedy receiver that they drafted, and he has 2 tight ends, and he plays behind the goated O-line. Like, Lamar has had none of that. Like, his line is consisted of like 1 or 2 good pieces, and he just makes it look good because he's running all goddamn day long. But that's either here nor there. That's another topic. So,
All right. Well, let's move on to the last one, and then we can close it out for the night. Would you rather Anthony Edwards' first 3 years edition? So the players I ain't talking about is all of their first 3 years. Because Anthony Edwards is a baller. You know, a lot of people love this guy.
I do.
They're hyping him a lot. So I want to see Anthony Edwards' first 3 years or Paul George.
Oh, hell no. Give me PG-13. Fuck that.
Give me Paul George.
It's not even close. Before the broken legs.
Yeah,
James,
when he was the Pacers.
Yeah.
With the Pacers,
bro. That man was a problem.
Conference championships, always giving the Heat the issue, bro. Like, oof.
He was I don't even know where his game went, dog. Oh, man.
Hey, that compound fracture, bro, it takes a toll on you, and it's a lot on the mental side. So what he was before that shit, I mean, even after that, think about it. Even after that, he was still an MVP candidate a few years later.
Yeah. I mean, he was balling. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just crazy. Like, oh, man. Damn.
Ant's first 3 years or Kawhi's first 3 years?
I'd probably go with Ant because Kawhi was just in like a
Kawhi.
I'm gonna go with Anthony Edwards because Kawhi was already in a good system where he had a lot of other.
Yeah. He didn't have to do that.
Kawhi
was just a defensive. Yeah. He was just a defensive. Like he was.
Yeah.
But I read something that he told. I read something that he told. He told DeJounte Murray, if you want to get on the court, play defense, and you playing defense, you have to be able to play offense.
I think DeJounte actually said that on the Other Smoke podcast.
Yeah, so that's what he had told in the conversation. So I'm just thinking, like, because I mean, Kawhi used to get buckets and so, but he couldn't shoot to save his life. But like, I mean, we just looking at it, like Anthony Edwards is such a complete player already. Like he can do so much: dribble, drive, shoot, jump, dunk. Like, I would love to see what they can do, man. But I just feel like Minnesota is such a death trap. Like, players go, they can score points, but they just die over there, man. Like, so.
I could tell someone's got their child watching fucking Bluey.
Oh, you can hear it? Yeah, that's me. That's my
I was like, I can hear that shit.
That's all we know.
Tormenting as a father. All right. Anthony Edwards' first 3 years. Now, this was more of as far as accomplishments kind of thing, but you can put it however you want. Anthony Edwards or Jordan Poole?
Anthony Edwards.
I'm still going Ant-Man.
Yeah, I like Anthony.
I agree. Anthony Edwards' first 3 or Carmelo Anthony's first 3?
Shit, give me
Carmelo. Give me Carmelo.
Hey, Melo was a monster coming in.
He was.
I mean, he was robbed of Rookie of the Year. He took that team fucking to the playoffs.
Exactly.
That man was cold.
I'm not gonna lie, LeBron did not deserve that shit. I will say that a million times over. LeBron did not deserve that shit.
All right, and this is probably more closer even to their careers, what they'll be. Anthony Edwards' first 3 years or Damian Lillard's first 3 years?
Oh shit! Damn. I'm gonna say Dame for the simple fact that he was like he led that, like he had to be a leader. He had to become a leader. He had to become a leader, even with like the supporting cast that he had. Because I think he still had LaMarcus Aldridge, but I think he had to grow up really, really quick in that system. Like Ant's allowed to have free will, but the way their team is set up, it still kind of ran through Cat. And then like he hasn't taken that step. It's like, this is my team, like that whole mentality. So I'm gonna go with Dame. Huh?
I'm going Ant.
I'm going Dame.
I'm going Dame, man.
Yeah, because if you look at what was it, the rookie year that he put that fucking 3 to fucking eliminate the Rockets.
I'm telling you, man, that shit was
the clutchness
crazy.
of it.
Clutch.
Dame's a monster.
His range is ridiculous, man. Like,
I really want Dame out of Portland, or at least I want to join him. But
dude, I just want somebody like Portland has to die. Nothing good's coming in that franchise. Like, take Portland, put them motherfuckers back in Seattle, take Minnesota and move them somewhere too, because like, dude, they need a restart.
Minnesota's a poverty franchise.
Some of these teams just got to restart, man. They just got to come up with a new logo, new team name, and act like they were never created. This is terrible, man. Like, their whole they got to sell their team. They pick poor, they draft poorly. Like, how you skip Jordan?
All right, guys. Well, that's all I got. I mean, I could do another thing, but honestly, I think we're good where we're at. Do y'all have anything else before we close out?
Nah, man. Just excited for XFL and obviously excited for football season. So
I'm looking forward to this last 23 games, last 20 games of the NBA season, and then we're heading right into the playoffs. So we see how it goes. I know Lakers are trying to fucking desperately make it. I like the Russ acquisition for the Clippers, by the way. I know a lot of people don't, but I do.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see how some of these teams are going to fold out. Like, I really want to see what the Lakers are going to do. I honestly don't think they're going to make it. I don't care how much LeBron speaks them up. They're not. I don't feel like they have enough to compete in the West. He misses another year of the playoffs, but I'm more excited about this draft. I'm more excited about the NFL draft.
I'm more excited about the NFL offseason. Yeah. That's my biggest.
Well,
I've been looking at the draft, and
I'm looking at the offseason and the draft.
Oh yeah.
Put them all together. Like,
I'm so excited. Dude, there's so many moving parts for the NFL this year. It's crazy.
It's gonna be some trades. Like, there's
100%. I think there's gonna be some big names going somewhere for sure.
And it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. So
the franchise tags, the transition tags start now, by the way. So we'll see if Lamar's gonna get franchised. We'll see.
If they do that, they're so fucked.
We'll see who in Giants, either Saquon or Daniel Jones, will be franchised. That's gonna be.
They got a franchise Saquon.
If they don't franchise Saquon, they're stupid.
If they franchise,
I wonder where TikTok boy's gonna go.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And then you think of how many quarterbacks there are out there, like.
TikTok boy.
I don't think that. You know what?
Hey, he might end up in Chicago. You might be calling him that, but he might end up in Chicago, bro.
He might end up in Chicago. I saw that. It's really high that he might.
Y'all might overpay for him too. Like, that's crazy.
That's dumb, bro.
I don't think
I can't give you a fucking thing, bro. Like,
it's gonna be a lot of fun.
So hard for this.
Fuck yeah.
You ain't work shit. Like.
Man, now my favorite was Melvin Gordon. He kept it 100. I didn't do shit.
I forgot that motherfucker even went there until I saw the picture.
Yeah, I completely forgot he was still in the league. I thought he was already with the XFL.
I had known he was signed there, but I didn't know he was officially on the 53. I thought he was on the practice squad or something.
Hey, Melvin Gordon to the Orlando Guardians XFL. You'll see it here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Well, That's all we got for tonight. That's all I got. At least, I mean, unless, like I said, you got any more? I mean, I'm good. I'm gooch.
Chilling.
All right. Well, follow us on Instagram at Puro Pinche Sports. Follow us on TikTok at Puro Pinche Sports. Follow us on YouTube at Puro Pinche Sports. Follow us on Twitter at Pinche Sports Pod. For James, for Trey, for Alex, I am Jose Arce. We are Puro Pinche Sports, and we are out. Go Brahmas.